Hello everybody, welcome back to this little tutorial on putting together my freestanding lace angel. And last time I showed you how to prepare and think about creating how you're going to customize your own angel. And I took away the prepared pieces and I soaked these for about 2 hours, and then I dried them out, and you can see they're quite stiff, but they've got a little bit of give in them. And of course, anyway, let's go over to my work table and construct them, making them into the freestanding angel in ivory thread. Right, we're over at my workstation now, and here is the top, the bodice, and here is the skirt. I haven't pressed them, so this is just as they came out from the 2-hour soaking. This is the support. Now, ahead of time, to save moving over to the machine, I've stitched a little bit of boning down the centre of the support, and this will just help hold everything together. Right, unlike any of my previous angels, if you've made them, there is this little solid bit at the centre of the skirt, and it matches up perfectly with the bodice, and that shows you exactly where it's got to go. First of all, we've got to attach the bodice to the support, and you need to pin that in place. And then before you start stitching, just make sure it's not showing here, particularly at the neck or in the area where the sleeves are. Then you need a little bit of thread, and I see I've put everything out except my bobbin. Definitely you will need a bobbin to stitch this. Need quite a strong thread. I must admit, sometimes when I'm sewing together items, I'm tempted to use the same thread that I've used for the embroidery, but you need to be aware that, just checking the back here, it's not showing, and I'm going to bring that down just slightly so that I've got something to attach it to here. So I'm going to pin that again, just making sure that you can see what I'm doing. Ooh dear. No, that pin definitely doesn't want to work. There's quite a lot of thicknesses here, and I've deliberately made the centre bit of her body quite strong and dense, because that is required so that she'll stand up for us. And as I explained before in my first video, and I've forgotten to, I'm going to make this difficult for myself because I've not treated the thread with thread magic. Great stuff. I'm so pleased I've discovered this. You just have to work out what works for you, how to use this. There we are. I think that's got enough on the thread. Let's just see whether that goes through a lot easier than it did previously. Put my bits box way out of reach. So I'm just going to stitch from here. Now, these stitches, you don't want to make them too tight, and all you want to do is pick up a few stitches from the embroidery. But obviously, if you're a little bit worried that you're picking up too much, before you pull the needle through, just check on the other side to make sure that there's no needle showing. So you just need to go around the crown of the head, just as you see, picking up a few stitches to it's definitely going through easier, isn't it? I've had thread magic in my collection of notions for ages and never used it. I'm so glad that I've discovered it. I should be using it a lot more. Right, now I think that's enough for the top. So picking up the final few stitches, securing the thread off, and I always take the thread inside the stitching so that so it won't come unthreaded. Right, so that's the top. Because I'm doing this double thickness, I didn't cut enough thread. And I'm just going to secure it now at the base. Double thread. And through the thread magic. And I just attach her at the shoulders here. You mustn't attach her down here because actually the skirt goes between the bodice and the support. So she only needs attaching at the top. I'm really looking forward to seeing the angels that you all produce. Because there are several versions, you can rotate the wings, they can be in both directions, and I'm sure some of you will actually take designs from here and have a look at some of the other angels that I've produced. They're basically the same. This bodice is a tiny bit different, but just if you're not sure whether something will interact, then I suggest you open the designs in your software and see if they'll fit. See if what you're replacing on the angel that you're making, see if it will work for this one. I mean, you may want to use these freestanding lace wings and put them on other angels. I should be very interested to see what people create. Now, obviously, if you're going to put the support on the back, I haven't got any to hand, or you're going to put one of the capes on the back, which I think is a great idea. And there are other options. The rose malling, when you stitch on film, you can guarantee it'll go wrong. The rose malling angel has a lovely cape, which is you eliminate the embroidery, or if you're very clever, put some of what's on some of these little motifs. You could put those on top of the fabric and create your own little cloth cape. It's nice to. It's not essential to clean up the back, but if you want your angel to look better from all sides, then that's what I suggest you do. Right, so the support is now well attached to the bodice. I'm sorry, I completely. It was a while since I did this. The first episode. Then the extreme heat wave came along, and this room's just too hot to try and sew in or film. It's quite a small room, and there aren't with no air conditioning in the UK. I decided not to even make the attempt. Now, as you see, I'm lining up the grids or the swirls or whatever. This little drop of lace needs to be in the centre. So that looks fine. Right. Now we stitch the bottom of the bodice to this grid here. All right, so that's the next bit to do. I need another thread. I mean, this angel will be lovely because she's just, I mean, I'm not a great I'm not a great fan of white lace. I always like the ivory lace, but I still think that my angel, this one here, which was made with the pink organza underneath, if I bring it really close, you can probably just about see you can see it more at the edges where it's a bit fluffy, and that is the back of that's the cape on the back of that one, just in case you haven't seen the first episode. Now that one hasn't got the organza, but you can put any fabric under there. Sorry, I knocked the camera. Right, never very good at tying knots, but let's see how we do for this one. Now, having discovered that the plastic cone, which I don't believe I showed you last time, this is it here. It's just a little bit of plastic with some sticky tape holding it in place. And that cone will give your angel to stand up nice and straight without putting pressure on the bottom of her skirt. But it's not absolutely necessary, as I discovered. My other three angels, the rose gold metallic angel, is obviously the metallic thread makes it tiny bit more, what's the word? I've forgotten the thread magic, didn't I? Makes the, now that's where you have to be careful. First angel I made, which you haven't seen, I was stitching and put the needle in my thumb. I didn't realise it was bleeding. And when I turned her over, she had a spot of blood on her bodice. And no amount of spit and cotton, which is what I've always used to remove my own blood from projects, that wouldn't do the trick. I'm being ever so careful just in case that thumb bleeds. There we are, and that's all you need across there, just to secure the support to the skirt. So let me just cover that again. I'm just going to take this in and hide the thread. The support is attached to the bodice, and then then let's take these pins out, and then the skirt is attached to the support so that they look like that. Hope you see that. Okay, now this bit appears a bit tricky, but don't worry, your boning has been secured by machine and your stitchings are nice and firm. What you need to do is take the angel up like that out of the way, and then bring the two pieces of the skirt together like that. I prefer to clip them. Clip one end and clip the other end. And remember, if while you're doing this you see any area which looks a little bit likely to fray, then just dab it with some fray check. And these are holding the two edges together nicely down the back seam. I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to stitch this on my machine, and then I'll come back and we'll turn everything the right way round and see what our finished angel looks like.